What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another comic book haul. So recently I found myself downtown and I had to pick up a comic that was put onto my pull list. So I'm back with a pull list, getting back into, trying to give new stuff a chance. I gave a comic a chance, and you'll see that throughout the haul video here. But let's just get into it. Picked up a bunch of random stuff. This right here is Cracked Collection, Collector's Edition number 4, featuring a bunch of monsters. So really looking forward to checking this one out. I love, all these like sort of Jack Davis-y looking characters, crazy vampire chicks, kid with an axe, all that kind of stuff. Really into that shit. So this was $3, good deal, I think. I love a good steal of a deal. This one right here, Cracked Collector's Edition, there's no number on it. It could be Collector's Edition number 1 from September. This is those Cracked monsters with another really cool cover. I love these sort of like window frame things with all these badass characters and stuff. Really cool shit. So back cover has some really cool looking Dracula right there. And I like these sort of bubbling crook guys with their masks on and shit. Really badass. Into it. This right here, I picked up. I was so fucking stoked to find this. I believe it's a Dan Clowes cover, but it's definitely a Dan Clowes back cover. This is Cracked Monster Party number 73, which is a 100-pager. This has on the back cover the Ugly Family advertisement, I guess you want to call it. I'm probably going to be flipping the bag and then hanging this on the wall. Like, if you watched my live stream from Friday night that I did with Forrest, I had talked about how my bookshelf basically fucking collapsed on itself. So I'm going to be taking that down, and on the weekend, my dad was just here today. We took the measurements. We're going to be making a shelf like this, like fixed on the wall, but it's going to be for the books. So all the measurements have been made. He's going to get the wood together, and on Saturday, we're going to build that puppy. I'm going to have a lot more space in here, so I'll be able to finally do the studio tour, but I really want it to be, top notch before I just fucking willy-nilly film in here, because it's a big deal to me. I want this place to become a much more functional than it is, because when it's so crammed in here like this, it kind of takes the inspiration out of me. I know I like to be able to breathe in here, if that makes sense. There's like tables and all kinds of like chests and all kinds of madness. So with that being said, I really want to quickly shout out Cinema 187, which is my horror exploitation cinema art zine. So all 5 issues are currently in print right now. The Asian special edition, the issue 3 with the Johnny Craig cover by Radioactive Blob Fuel. We got the Video Nasties special. We got issue 2 with the Robert Crumb homage cover. And of course, the thing that started it all, issue 1. So if you want to get a hold of that, message me at cinema.187 on Instagram. Or you could message me at Videohomicide on Instagram. It's okay. It's not going to fucking be the end of the world. So let's get back to the haul. But before I get back to the haul, another shameless fucking plug. Pawn Shop Funnies, the serialization on Instagram is now done. If you want to read it, you can read all 6 parts on Instagram at cinema.187 at Videohomicide. I'm looking forward to next Sunday, where I start posting a new story. I'm kind of dancing back and forth on the name of it, so I'm not going to reveal that just yet. But there will be 4 new panels on Sunday. Stay tuned for that shit. And if you want to get a copy of this, again, message me, or you can wait until 187 number 6 comes out, because this will be a free insert with that. So keep that in mind. Anyways, back to the haul. This are right here. These are 2 books that are on my pull list. Oh my god, I gotta show you this. So my wife loves thrifting, right? So she loves going to the thrift stores, finding knickknacks, stuff like that. She's really big into that stuff. And a lot of times I can hear her singing right now out there. She's doing a craft. A lot of times you buy ceramics, glassware, they wrap it in newspaper. And this newspaper's from 1990. The reason I kept it is because there's an advertisement for the Beef Baron, which is the first and only strip club I ever went to, and I just think it's hilarious. I showed this to my dad tonight. He's like, "You gotta keep that, man." Like it's the fucking Mona Lisa. It's because he used to eat there every fucking lunch period back in the day. Moving on to the pull list. So yes, I'm back with a pull list, and I'm excited because I haven't really had an official pull list other than when Red Room was coming out. I had a pull list the entire time for that, the entire run, and I'm really happy to be able to pick this up singly, like as it's coming out. Hate Revisited issue 2. Issue 1 was great. This is the return of Stinky, who is a legendary character from the ongoing series from back in the 90s. Really cool stuff. I love this book. Buddy Bradley reminds me of Filthy Ralph. More and more I read it, I think he's one of my favorite characters of all time. This is the kind of stuff that I wouldn't stick my nose up at back in the day, but I would kind of, you know, I wasn't going after Pete Bagge type stuff. I was going after stuff that I thought that I thought was going to be good just based off word of mouth alone, and then I realized that word of mouth in comics means fucking bullshit because everyone loves Marvel and DC. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. The only Marvel shit that I have is a couple of Daredevil books. The only DC stuff I have is some Batman stuff, and that's it. Everything else, I don't know how the fuck people like some of that shit, but to each his own. I'd rather read hate than, you know, I love hate. I hate Marvel. You know what I mean? Other than some, you know, obviously Jack Kirby, older stuff like that. Like, Frank Miller did a lot of fucking stuff from Daredevil, all kinds of different fucking other properties between DC and Marvel, of course. But anyways, this is a return to EC Comics. All right, this is Epitaphs from the Abyss, issue 1. So if you're a fan of Tales from the Crypt, Vault of Horror, Haunt of Fear, that kind of stuff, shock, suspense stories, and all that type of stuff, that company, EC Comics, has been bought by Oni Press, and now they're putting out their own anthology horror books. So I want to pick up at least 1 or 2 of these to check them out, give them a chance. Not too crazy about any of the artwork. I do like this kind of Crypt Keeper character on the opening page, but other than that, the artwork doesn't really do too much for me. But like, again, I want to give the stories a chance and see what happens. I would love to one day have like my own, like have my art in an anthology. So that's why I want to give this stuff a chance and sort of support it. You know, again, like when I was just talking shit about Marvel and stuff, like, I'm not hating on motherfuckers that love that stuff because you love it, you grew up with it, whatever. You don't have to explain yourself. I'm just explaining that I cannot get behind it when there's such other more interesting stuff. Like the Lone Wolf and Cub book that I bought, like probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. It's the omnibus, like the first little, like, small fucking omnibus, but it's got like 3 or 4 volumes in it, man. I fell in love with like a different type of comic back then. Like when I was collecting comics back then, like between 2010 and 14, when I had the pull list and shit, I was just buying whatever. And when I look back on it, I'm like, why did I buy that stuff? Because someone told me it was going to be good. And then I read it and I was like, this kind of sucks, but whatever. To each his own. Let's get to the fucking haul here. This is like the cool shit right here. So I just showed off that Hate Revisited number 2 there. And I might as well crack the code out. I'm going to try to go for a full run of Hate. So I know where there's a stash of them, so I picked up issue 9 right here. Really fucking cool stuff. I'm not going to go through the interiors of these because I actually do want to read them eventually once I have the whole thing together. And I know you can get like collections and stuff, but I'd rather go for single issues. I like being able to see the covers and stuff. This is Hate number 20. I'm pretty sure in one of these later issues of Hate, there's a Robert Crumb sort of backup in it, so that would be cool to find. This is Hate number 28, which rhymes. Hilarious. Again, Buddy Bradley's like a Filthy Ralph dude, man. This is Hate number 11, which I think I might already have this one. So if I do, I'll do a giveaway and kind of put together a couple of things here. So this is Hate number 12. Kind of reminds me of Midnight Marauders cover by Tribe Called Quest. But there's like a fucking bag full of like VHS tapes. It looks like there's a bunch of porno and stuff. Like, really funny shit, man. Peter Bagg's fucking awesome. This is Hate number 8. Really cool. Hate number 5. And then that's the earliest issue that I got now. And then Hate number 6. So even like Buddy Bradley has like the cigarette dangling and shit. Like, dude, this is Filthy Ralph totally. So that's the haul. Okay. Now, I think that there's like less than 40 issues, so I don't think it's going to be impossible. I think the most expensive issue is probably going to be either issue 1 or that one with the crumb story. So I'm looking forward to just, you know, compiling a list. Like, I feel inspired to sort of go for like these smaller runs of you know, noteworthy comics that I've confirmed that I like. You know what I mean? I'm not just gonna like I went for a full run of Master Kung Fu and I'm like, I don't really give a fuck about these comics, and I got them sitting there and I'm like, fuck, should I trade them or something? So I don't know if anybody wants to if anybody has anything they think I like and you want to do a trade for some fucking master of kung fu shit. Like, I'm talking about like a good chunk of the run, but I know shipping would be a nightmare, so I'm not gonna push that too hard. But again, man, I'm just really inspired right now to get this fucking room in working order. It's basically, when that shelf broke, it was like, okay, it's time to fucking crack down. But all this artwork has to come down, all the books got to come down, and then once I get this room into shape, I will finally be doing the tour. Yeah, it's just too clogged right now. Like, I was gonna do it a couple of months ago, do like the studio tour, but I was like, no, it's not doing what I want it to do yet. So it will be coming soon, so do not worry. We'll leave it right here at this movie. Go watch City of the Living Dead. Lucio Fulci, phenomenal film. Leave a 666 in the comments, and with that being said, adios.